Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Seattle Seahawks 10-year challenge. We're here. We've done 4 seasons. We're going into season 5, but we gotta cover the draft. The 2019 season is over, and obviously a big step back, finishing 7-9. For some reason can't show you who won the Super Bowl, but it was the Colts beating the Giants, right? Am I correct? I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but yeah. It's been a minute since I recorded that episode, but yeah. We had Thomas Robbins go down with an injury last season, and he's only, 93 overall, 24 years old. We're not moving on from him. Like, we got to win with Robbins. We're too far now into the series to try and develop another quarterback. I think we have to win it with this guy, and I think we can. It's just, can he stay healthy? I mean, he's had 2 really good seasons. Pretty rough season, but this is the guy. I mean, if we can't win it with Robbins, then I just don't know. Seattle's just never gonna win a championship on my channel. But we also, of course, traded for Derrick Henry in I think it was like week 5 of last year. He played phenomenal. Saquon Barkley is great, but we just never really got to develop him. He took so many injuries at the beginning of his career in this universe. He's only an 82 overall, and I don't see him getting much higher than that, especially at age 26 already at the running back position. He is a good number 2, but he is not the Saquon Barkley that we know and love. He's gotten injured both seasons. He's dealt with injuries both seasons. Only 125. Kind of, bring in Derrick Henry, who's going to be our number 1. Barkley is a really good number 2. And who knows, maybe he can develop. Real quick, we made one big free agent pickup I just want to highlight real quick, and that is Tyler Lockett. We bring him in because John Brown has regressed horribly. He took a big regression, but Tyler Lockett is a Seattle Seahawk at the age 27, 85 overall, and he is our number 1 wide receiver. John Brown. I wish it was AJ Brown, but John Brown goes from an 89 all the way to an 83. Really bad regression for him. Unfortunately, that sucks for us as well. And he is coming off of a decent season, but he did struggle to get into the end zone, and he's been back and forth, so it is what it is, kind of thing. We replace him with Tyler Lockett, so hopefully Robbins can still get it done. Now let's go ahead and hop into this draft recap. And we didn't have a lot of picks, but guys, we also replaced John Brown with Justin freaking Jefferson. That's right, Justin Jefferson obviously was in this draft, back in the day, and he went to Minnesota. Well, he falls to 11th here in this universe, and we snag him up. Now, we didn't get another pick until round 3, and the rest of our picks, I'm gonna be honest with you, they were bad. There wasn't a lot left. We had a lot of later picks, but we really crushed it with our first pick. Our main pick, the first round pick, 11th overall pick, Justin Jefferson. So this could be a little underwhelming for you guys, but think about it. He's a superstar dev, by the way, so we really crushed it there. He's 21 years old, 83 overall already. He's going to be a 99 wide receiver if he can stay healthy. I think even if this is all we get out of this draft, which it is a win in my opinion. With a guy like Thomas Robbins already on the roster, now we have Tyler Lockett, we have Ertz, we have Derrick Henry, we have Saquon Barkley. Like, what else more does our offense need? If we can't win it then we you know, we need to just wrap it up. He is injury prone, and that scares me. Right? He also isn't the Justin Jefferson that we know, so we need to keep that in mind. He has the potential to be the Justin Jefferson we know, but can he stay healthy and develop? The first thing we're going to want to do is get this guy more healthy, because his toughness is at 80, his injuries at 84. I'm scared he's not even going to make it through the preseason. I'm really scared that Justin Jefferson is going to, you know, not stay healthy. We've got to make this guy stay healthy, because I really think he's going to change our offense. We also look at possibly moving on from Ertz once he is aging. I don't think this is going to be the guy to do it, but he's a solid second. Samuel Cummings. But outside of that, not much really. We had a lot of later picks, but just not a lot of talent. Just depth players at this point. So that was our team. What about the rest of the league? Well, Chase Young, 81 overall, goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really good pick. And the number 1 overall pick, Joe Burrow, he went number 1 in real life. He goes number 1 in this universe. And he's going to Houston this time. He is a superstar dev, 85 overall player. Wow. Joe Burrow. Houston has a franchise quarterback. I mean, he's coming in already in the at rank 30. Okay, he's not as high as I thought, but I mean, 85 overall is high. So he's gonna be a 99 overall quarterback, probably the first one of the series. Then they also end up hitting in round 3 on Winfield Jr. Right, he's in Tampa Bay in real life. He's going to Houston here. This is 2 really good picks. They even got an awesome left tackle in Connor Doss. So pretty good draft, if you ask me, for the Houston Texans. Moving on, though, Patrick Queen goes to the Tennessee Titans. Good pick, 82 overall for them. So some really good, talented. I mean, I don't know if you guys have looked at this draft class. It was stacked. Dude, it was stacked. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson. There was a lot of good players. So, I mean, it was pretty crazy. Derek Brown left. The Vikings are going to pick him with their 14th pick. And then they didn't have a lot of picks at all, really. And the Bears go Davon Parson, a tight end. Quick development. Not too bad. See what Keiser can do out there in Chicago. The Bengals, decent pick in Nick Slayton. The Bills go Antoine Harrion and Hayden Nance. But then we get to the Denver Broncos, and with their first selection, they go Carol Rawls. Not too bad. 21 years old. He'll develop into the high 80s, possibly low 90s. But then they hit a stud with Jalen Hurts in the second round, who has quick development, 22 years old. He went to the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously, in real life. He's going to Denver here in this universe, so we'll have to see what happens. Moving over to the Browns, they once again have a horrible draft. They do get a decent center late, but they just, they kind of suck. Nick Bubin and Dustin Denali. And J.K. Dobbins. Look at that. J.K. Dobbins. Nice. Denali, one of the lower. This is honestly a miss. He's going to, if they get lucky, he'll get into the 80s, like low 80s. But that slow development is really going to hurt. Out of all the quarterbacks that they had options to pick, I think they missed with this one. So that kind of sucks for them. Moving over to the Cardinals in our division, they're not going to have the best of drafts. They do get a right tackle in Scroggins, but outside of that, not too much going on there. For the Chargers, they've had good drafts in the past, but this is going to be kind of not that big of a draft for them. The Chiefs, kind of quiet. They do get a good guard in Gaddis, 77 overall. but not much outside of that. They did get Chase Claypool as well, but only a 69 overall for Chase Claypool. And the Colts are trying to maybe draft a replacement for Matt Ryan, and once he retires, Casey Parsons, 76 overall, normal development, so mid 80s. I would say he's probably going to get to. It really depends on who wins the Rookie of the Year award in this Madden. That's how we got Thomas Robbins all the way up to 93 overall, because we won the Rookie of the Year. So any quarterback that wins Rookie of the Year is going to do really well with their overall. But Colts, pretty quiet draft there. And then Tua Tagovailoa. That's right. Yep. This was a pretty stacked draft. I feel like Tua is good in real life. He's a really good quarterback. He's just, unfortunately, cannot stay healthy, and he needs to think about his future, life outside of football. There is more to life than football, right? But Tua Tagovailoa coming in at an 80 overall. Hopefully in this universe he can stay a little more healthy. He's with the Dallas Cowboys, so Cowboys are possibly trying to move on, find a young quarterback that they can build their team around. They've had nothing but elderly quarterbacks in this series, and maybe Tua will be that guy for them. I wanted to see what his injury is at. So his injury, 85 total. So not where you want it to be in the 90s, but it's also not the worst, right? Like Justin Jefferson has 80 toughness, 83 injury or whatever. So Tua should possibly be able to stay a little healthy here. We'll see. Hopefully he can for them. Moving over to the Dolphins, they go offensive line. They do hit with A.J. Terrell later in the draft after going 3 corners. They do hit with A.J. Terrell. That's really good. It's a really good pick, actually. And quick development. And then Jonathan Taylor's going to the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. 82 overall. And you know it. Superstar development. Wow. That's going to be a really good pick for them. All right. Outside of that, well, then again, they also hit with Earl Flynn, 77 overall, and then another middle linebacker later with quick development, and Kylian Ferris. Wow, dude, that's actually a pretty good draft for them. For the Falcons, they're gonna go A.J. Dillon, really good pick actually, 81 overall. Not bad. And he has slow development. So maybe you can see him get to 88 overall. That's not bad. And then DeAndre Swift is in our division. No, that is unfortunate. And he's going to have, oh my goodness, Patrick Mahomes. And then behind in the backfield, DeAndre Swift. That's pretty good. Quick development, 81 overall, man. All right, well, 49ers just keep getting a little bit better each year. And the Giants, they have a horrible draft, one of the worst drafts in this year in the league. Really bad, really bad. For the Jaguars, not the best either. But then the Jets hit with Okudua. I don't know how to say his name, dude. I always mess up with his name. Jeff. They hit with Jeff. My name is Jeff. That's his name. Anyways, they hit with Jeff there. Superstar development. Huge player. Glad he's not in our division. Of course, I'm glad he's all the way on the other side of the conferences, right? So we don't have to deal with him. Unless it be in the Super Bowl. Moving over to Lions, they are going to just be unfair here, and they're going to hit with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk, which is insane. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk, 81 overall and 80. 81 overall superstar dev and 81 normal. So CeeDee Lamb probably going to be in the high 90s, if not eventually 99 overall. So huge pick right there. Then the Packers have a pretty good draft with 3 pretty good high picks. they do get T. Higgins. That's pretty cool. The Panthers, not the best draft. Get a decent right tackle. And then the Patriots get a guard. That's about it. Ace Purvis, decent tight end for the Raiders. And then the Rams go Justin Herbert. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't they just draft Lamar Jackson? And that's right, and he's on the roster. So what in the heck? I don't know. That's one of the bad things about this Madden. But the good news is I can fix it, and I'm going to fix it. In this universe, these owners are maniacal. They're evil. They'll take a good quarterback off the board just so you can't get them, and that's exactly what the Rams did here. With their second overall pick, they take Justin Herbert. Now, the question is, who are they getting rid of? Because they are not going to be keeping both. So, rumor has it they are trading Lamar Jackson to keep Justin Herbert, but we'll have to see what happens in the future. More to come on that. You'll see it at the end of the video. All the trades that are going to happen, you'll see it. But that's kind of my way to make sure it stays more interesting and doesn't get too weird, because the AI just doesn't really know how to manage a roster. They also do get Michael Pittman Jr. For the Ravens, they're going to hit with Jerry Jeudy with, give Russell Wilson even more talent. Now, he is slow dev, so I don't see him getting out of the 80s. He could probably get high 80s. But, yeah. Then the Redskins. This is another one, right? They just did that trade. They just did this, where they drafted Kyler Murray. They trade, I think it was Jimmy G, right? Get Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray gets injured. So, Jordan Love is their pick. But we'll see what happens. They're not going to keep both. Rumor has it maybe they're going to get rid of Kyler Murray after the injury. So the Redskins just cannot keep a quarterback in this series. We'll see, though, who they're going to get rid of. But Jordan Love is a decent pick. Quick development. So I think Kyler Murray is also quick. So really it's just going to depend on who they want to stay with at this point. I don't know. And then for the Saints, Heath Underwood. Decent center, but nothing outside of that. And we're back to us. So now that you've seen the whole league, let me know, where do you think we land in the draft? I think we did pretty good. The best player was Joe Burrow at 85. There's a few 83s and 81s, but I think we got a really solid, I think we got one of the better picks. I just think I'm just worried that he's not going to be able to stay healthy. But we'll have to see. So there it is, boys. We are going to go ahead and advance, get that 7-9 record off the screen. It is time to look forward, look ahead. This is season number 5. After this season, we will be officially halfway through the series, and time is definitely ticking. Especially because I was wanting to have a dynasty. I wasn't just wanting to win one ring. My goal was I wanted to win a dynasty, or like I wanted to become a dynasty. And now, if we don't win a ring here, we're gonna have to win. We only got 5 seasons. We're running out of time, guys. We're running out of time. Oh man, we look at this offense. Our offensive line is pretty good. Decent. We are running out of time with some of these players. Like Matt here is definitely regressing. He was definitely higher than 83 overall. Muhort, he's 28, so we have time with him. Lewis, I think we picked up in free agency. Of course, we drafted LeBoy, so he's holding it down at 82 overall. Not bad, right? It's decent. And Ali Marpet at 27. So I don't know. I feel like it's really good. Ertz is going to be going down as he's getting older, so we might need to look at, like I said, trying to replace him. We kind of were trying to, but just wasn't enough talent. There's no reason, though. Like, you're looking at this offense, there's no reason we should not dominate. I mean, we are stacked across the board. I guess the question really is, can we stay healthy? I mean, look at this, you know. Okay, here. This will be better. For the offense, just look at this for a second. Just bear with me. Okay. We have Thomas Robbins. He's a 93 overall. He's fantastic. We also picked up Alex Smith to back him up. If Robbins gets hurt, we have a better backup. But we have Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. But look at the wide receivers. We are 4, really, if you ask me, 5 deep. Tyler Lockett, John Brown, Justin Jefferson, Jeffrey Ower, who we drafted, who grew to an 81. I think he's kind of capped here. Just, you know, his age. I don't see him getting much better than what he is right now. 81 overall. Solid third option, I would say. But 81 overall is not bad. I mean, here's his numbers. Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? He's never done anything too crazy. But he's coming off of, you know, a decent year. And then we got Tyler Boyd as well, you know. Step up. Guy can do some, you know, something. I feel like we have the best wide receiver room in the league, especially if you look around the league. You're not going to see guys with 3. Okay, maybe Houston's got the best. Stephon Diggs, Jameson Crowder, A.J. Brown, maybe. Okay. That's pretty good as well, honestly. But, I mean, you know, I don't know. I feel like ours is pretty good, right? Ours is pretty good. Tyreek Hill. I mean, these are pretty good. Oh, man. Keenan Allen, Terry Mc... Okay. All right. I mean, we're definitely... Oh, my goodness. Look at this. DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas. What? Hold on. Who went to... Was it... Who? Jalen Hurts? Oh, yeah. Get out of the way, Ryan Tannehill, dude. Jalen Hurts is definitely taking over this team, right? They got Leonard Fournette, Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, bro. The young Michael Thomas. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, I'm getting sidetracked for sure, but you see what I'm saying. We are definitely competing at wide receiver. I mean, right? You know, we're not too bad. Oh, man. Sammy Watkins, 99 overall, has, what, 2 rings at this point in the series? He's really been good. But you can see, right? Like, we definitely have a good wide receiver room. It's not like we're under par. Maybe we don't have that big number 1 guy, but there's no reason Thomas Robbins should not have a good year. So that's the hope. Okay. So we'll see. As far as defense goes, the defense looks like this. I feel like we have a pretty good defense. I think one of the things we have struggled with is building a good defensive line in this series. We've never had that one guy, and you know that's just really, really good. We have 80s across the board with Ivy at a 78. I mean, this is a pretty decent defensive line. Very consistent. It's not gonna, you know, make you go too crazy, but it's good. It even shows Swinton here being really good at the end position. We might take a look into that, but our linebacking core, I don't really want to mess with it. It looks like this, and I kind of like how it is. But we have Sapp here in the middle, which he goes to an 88 overall if you put him in the outside linebacker position. So I have to take a look at that. But JVR Sapp is going to stay in the middle for right now. We got Devin White here on the outside linebacker. Maybe we swap them. We'll see how it plays out. But no, then again, his block shedding so much better than Sapp's. And then Swinton. So I think that's a pretty solid linebacking core. We did lose McCourty. Obviously, we traded him or whatever, but we ended up getting a free agent gem. And this is another guy I wanted to cover. Malcolm Hoffman Ellis. He's 27. He's a superstar dev. He just was never developed. He never got any playing time. And it's just a little too late, unfortunately. It's one of those what-if things. But maybe it's not too late to develop this guy into at least the mid-80s. But, He is going to be our free safety. Is it too little too late? I don't know. I want to develop him though. Or at least try. He was our best option. And we have Jones for maybe another year, but honestly, I'm hoping we can win this year. I mean, I want to be a Super Bowl competitive team. But if it's looking like that, then maybe we try and trade him. But he's getting really slow. He's 81 overall speed. It's going to be time to move on from him after this season. Do we trade him to try and get something for him? I don't know. Our defense looks good. There's definitely weaknesses. Harris is still our number one. We do have Collins. We do have Bradbury. And we did bring in Eli Apple as well. So we have depth at corner. But that's our defense, guys. And that's it, man. We're going to see what happens in Season 5. Hopefully, we can, get back to the playoffs and really be a team that plays for the Super Bowl. As far as the head coaching, outlook, obviously Keister is pretty rough for him. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this. Jay Fresh is looking good. Jamie Bell. We're all competing for that best head coach. Who's the best head coach? At the end of the series, we will take a look. These are all famous names here on the channel competing at the head coach spot. Right now, I think you have to give the edge to... So we have 37 wins. We're not going by wins. 37-1, though, is pretty good. We have 1 year more than the others. So, honestly, if you're asking me, I have to give the edge to James Skaggs. He's got the best win percentage, and he has 4 playoff wins as to where Hammer only has 2. So, it's very close, though. Like, really close. And really, no one's out of it because we still have 5... Really, we have 6 seasons to play. So, this is Season 5. Let's go ahead, guys, and get into it.
brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. The offensive group. They go play action here on first down. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sterling Shepard, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the offense lining up first and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0.
satisfied.